Central Johannesburg is considered one of the world's most dangerous places, but there's growing hope behind the rundown facades. The Goethe Institute is risking a cultural experiment where others fear to tread.
When apartheid ended in the early 1990s, the whites left central Johannesburg. The area has never fully recovered from the exodus. But from behind the facade of this unassuming block come sounds the likes of which have never been heard around here before. 5 people are rehearsing for their big performance. Dinky Sito and his troupe combine tap dancing, traditional African music, and flamenco to create a new language. It's just one of the projects in GoetheonMain, a new Goethe Institute initiative in downtown Johannesburg.
I believe we're the first performers to perform there. So, yeah, I hope that we're actually opening ways for even others to come and do the same thing that we're doing, or even something else.
It's a way of giving artists from the neighborhood their big chance.
Well, I'm an actress.
The basic idea is to give artists a chance of realizing their visions and their projects. That's the fundamental idea. We're not setting down any kind of conditions. We're just saying, okay, here's a space, try out what you want.
GoetheonMain didn't emerge from a vacuum. It's located right in the middle of a new arts complex, Arts.21. A young property developer turned an old bonded liquor store into an entire arts complex. Since then, many well-known artists have set up their studios here.
My vision was to bring artists and artistic institutions and cultural institutions on board to pioneer and act as a catalyst for the inner city rejuvenation.
One of the first exhibitions focuses on what are known as the red ants, people who evict those who can no longer afford the rent on their houses in the city center. The properties are then given a luxury renovation. Kabelo Mofokeng photographed them as they went about their work.
As a red ant, you can actually evict your own kind of people. You know, so I think for me that becomes very intricate in terms of the red ant is very red, and that represents maybe also blood. And it's like you're evicting your own kind, or maybe because you also do it for the money, you just have to be rife to take those people out. I mean, you can see this guy, he's a very cute man, you know, looking very innocent. You know, he's a young man, you know, and he has to do this sort of filthy job. You know, it's very filthy.
Kabelo Mofokeng takes us along and shows us his Johannesburg. For years now, he's been capturing the transformation of his city on camera. He also writes poetry.
Joburg, city of gold. Joburg, my Joburg. My mother city. My mother city gives to the birth of stench, carrying eternal death. Joburg, my Joburg. Starvation is my name. My friends call me Tlala Fela. I survive in these filthy slums. I'm always at home among street kids. Our favorite game, Kinix Mapa.
Kabelo wants to show us the living conditions of people who are about to be evicted by the red ants.
That's what I wanted to show. I wanted to show people living in these conditions, not necessarily about red ants taking them out. So, unfortunately, the brothers here, they don't have the authority, or they feel that they can't necessarily give the authority for us to be able to show the conditions.
Mona's mansion is a few blocks away. It's been cordoned off, but we meet a former resident outside. Suddenly, a red ant appears from what seems to be a deserted house.
These people, they are destroying the people. Because if they are pushing us, go outside, we lost everything. We lost some particulars, and it's very hard. You know, some furniture, broke some furniture, stolen, you know, you end up nothing.
Hold
In the evening, Cabello accompanies us to the Mai Hostel. A group of Zulu men who sang at the opening of GoetheonMain are staying here. The hostels used to accommodate men who would come without their families to work in the mines. Today, the men here are singing Skatamia.
This Skatamia is, let me say, is our tradition. I grew up, we were singing like this when I was young. Now I'm old. It's very easy for us, I can tell you like that. I can tell you like that.
It's a first step, and the artists of downtown Johannesburg have apparently embraced the GoetheonMain offer. They would otherwise rarely get the chance to show their art, and now they're almost afraid they'll lose this precious creative space before too long.
People are being moved, and people with money buy spaces, our spaces, the spaces that we found like this place, and we make them lively and accommodative for everybody. We use our energies, our intelligence, our arts to create these spaces.
The space has been secured for the World Cup soccer year at least. 8 further projects are planned for 2010.